That's Hey everybody, welcome back to Aaron Your Hero, and we're back, and I'm really low in this chair, but that's okay. Anyway, the lady decided she wanted to do a video about how she feels about people parked in front of her house, and here she goes.
It's our house.
Well,
it's our, because we live here.
Well, how she feels about that. Take it away.
I thought you wanted to start.
I don't have anything to say about it. I've already said about in that video about ghetto people parking in front of people's houses. That's what I had to say about it.
So, okay. So I want to get you guys' thoughts out there. So, recently, I park out in front of our house, and there was like a white car, white SUV. I think it's like a Ford Explorer that was parked behind my car. I thought that it was the girl across the street because every time she has guys over, she always has them parked behind my car. So I was like, okay, well, maybe it's her. You know, maybe she had some guy parked behind my car to annoy me and everything else, because she likes to do this thing where she will, if I leave, she likes to park in front of our house and stuff like that. She's had the police over her house and everything like that. And, you know, she's came outside her house with a gun, trying to shoot somebody and everything. And it's not the most comfortable feeling to have somebody parking out in front of your house, in my opinion. You know, I like to keep tabs on who's where. You know, I look at my neighbor's cars, see what cars they drive to make sure, okay, they're supposed to be over here, whatever. This stems back from us living in an apartment. And I used to park on the side of, there was like a driveway or parking lot on the side of our apartment building. Okay. And the odd thing is that I park in a spot, and the next thing I know, this I think it was the bald head dude. I think this guy, black guy, bald head. He started parking next to my car, and you know, I kind of got weirded out because at first I just be parked right there, and then he's trying to park next to my car and stuff like that when I get out, you know, and it's weird because it kept happening over and over and over again. So I go to move my car, and then when I move my car to park on the street, then the bald head guy, he stays parked where his spot is, right? But what happened is, park on the street a little ways up, then this white guy from upstairs, he's parking behind me and stuff like that. Now, what happened is that I was coming home from work, and One Your Hero, you know, had came outside, and I was getting some stuff out the car, you know, because I had a book bag I said, you know, to work and stuff like that, because I work in an office and stuff. So what happened is that I'm getting out the car and stuff. Here these people are over here, this bald head black dude, this basically bald head black chick, low cut hair, and then the white dude was in the back of his car, old white guy. You know, they say he's crazy, it's really not, you know. So they're over there next to the car, trying to jump us and shit, okay? And I don't know about a lot of y'all, but that's not the most comfortable experience and stuff like that. Now, of course, they got away with it because they live in an apartment, you know. So, you know, we, and not just me, but we keep an eye out of whose cars is whose, because you have to know who's driving the car. So if you call the police, you can report them. You know, that's my own personal preference. Now, the guy that parked behind me, maybe he's not trying to be, he may be just visiting somebody. I'm thinking he's just seeing the girl up the street, not sure what the relationship is. But I think it's kind of weird when somebody parks behind your car and you've never seen the car before, and then you find out they're coming from up the street. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I think that if let's say this, if I live where I live, right, it makes sense that I can park outside of my house because I'm going to be walking up to my house, right? So, you know, I think that if you live somewhere, you got a house, you park outside your house, right? And if somebody else lives with you, they park behind you. That's, you know, kind of how I feel, you know, because if you're not watching and you don't know, let's say this person that has this car parks behind you or across the street from you or something like that, let's say that they're trying to rob you, they're trying to jump you, they're trying to kill you. I mean, who knows what they're trying to do, right? Let's say they're trying to do these things and you're not watching and you're not aware of what's happening. You know, that's why I pay attention to stuff like that and aware of it, you know, and it may not just stem from the apartment. It may stem from, I lived in the city of St. Louis. I used to live there. And for me, it's a more of a ghetto area, you know, you're shooting, everything else. And of course you're watching out, seeing what's going on. Maybe that's where I get it from. But, you know, you want to be able to identify somebody if, for example, something happens to you. You know, that's why I think it makes sense to me that people carry guns, because if somebody's going to try to hurt, let's say a chick, this a lot of times happens to girls, can't happen to a guy too. You know, guys can be robbed as well or whatever. But I'm saying from a identification perspective, it's a good idea to know what car this person drives, because if something happens and you see their license plate, you see it regularly, then you can, you know, if you call the police and you can identify this license plate, you can say, okay, well, this person drives this car. The person's going to come back to that car because you see them driving the car and everything else, or somebody they know, and they'll find the person who's doing whatever. That's what I think. And while your hero, he probably has a way of dealing with it that's different. I'm kind of coming at a perspective, you know, from apartments and now like a house and stuff like that, because I just want to watch and see what's going on. I don't really look outside all the time, but, you know, I feel like if somebody lives somewhere, park where your house is. Don't park where somebody else's house is unless you're trying to piss somebody off and then you're trying to get in a fight with them and you're going to, you know, either get your ass whooped or you die. Some people will just shoot people because they'll say they're doing something. Some people don't really care, you know, and I think that in terms of my neighbor who had the guy visiting her, I'm not sure about what was going on with him, but she has a garage behind her house, right? I have a garage behind my house as well. Some people might say, well, oh, I can just park in the garage. Well, that doesn't make sense because it's an alley. And if I'm coming home and I'm a chick, I'm skinny, as you can see. So it doesn't make sense for me to be parking in the garage because there's no lighting in there. So it's not like I can easily, you know, come out of the garage and walk around and stuff like that.
The garage
not the safest.
The garage is unfinished. It's an unfinished garage with no light and with no lights and no outlet. Is her, on the other hand, her garage has a button you can push. It's got a door that rises, you know, remotely, shuts remotely. Her garage is finished. It was built, you know, and made for her before she moved in.
Yeah.
Ours is not. So that's why.
Yeah, and it's and the thing is that there's people who walk up and down the alley, you know, and it's not the safest, and it's dark back there too. I mean, you literally have to have a light to kind of see around and stuff like that. Because I've seen guys walking, you know, down the alley and stuff, and I'm like, what are they doing? You know. So I just come in the front. You know, it's easier for me to do that and stuff. The reason why I'm not big on also having the white guy parking behind my car is that, you know, my dad, he has chronic kidney failure and he has a disability. Okay. So if my dad comes over, my dad parks in that spot. Okay. And I would like some people, if you have like a sign outside your house or whatever, I would like some comments on that so I can see if we can get a sign there so that, you know, my dad can come and park right there. You know, his mom, she has a disability as well. You know, if you have a not disabled parent, but they're on disability because they have a certain kind of health problem or something like that, I think that if your parents have some type of disability, you shouldn't have anybody parking behind you. That's something that I feel, because that, you know, your parent needs to be able to at least park there. Like my dad, you know, currently, he's seizuring at this point. So I got an appointment for him to go to a seizure doctor. But if this white dude is parking behind me and he's just going to screw the chick up the street or whatever, and there's space up there, mind you, there's actual spots. So if she has the space to have him park there, why have him park next to my house? What if this dude has some kind of crazy ass girlfriend and shit? And if he parks right there, his crazy ass girlfriend, the past one, is probably thinking that he's coming to see me, and that's not the case. Okay. Everybody, come on. People, if you've seen animes, what was that, Mirai Nikki, if you've seen that, and you know girls like that, I'm not trying to have no crazy bitch coming up to my house asking questions. You know what I'm saying? I'll kill somebody. Crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I get why he's parking there just to be there. But I'm like this. If you're coming to see somebody, you live around me, okay, cool. You can park right there for an hour, 2 hours, something like that. But if you don't live there, don't take up the spot from somebody who lives there. You know what I'm saying? You don't know if that person has a worker or something like that comes to see him or whatever. You don't know. And the entitlement, you can get your ass whipped for the entitlement. I'm so serious. You have some people, they won't even ask you any questions, just pull a gun out at you. Bitch across the street, she did that. You know, somebody got into it with her. They all they was doing was black couple walking the dog. This bitch pulled out a gun on the people. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that's what keeps people away from her place. Maybe that works. You know what I'm saying? The police didn't do nothing, so maybe, shit, if I go wave a gun around, ain't nobody gonna be parking her either. Maybe if I do that, she gonna be, oh, hell no. Shit, is that what you gotta do?
She already scared of me, Mr. Black Man.
Shit, the girl, I mean, she had a conversation with you. I mean, she did.
That's all it took. After that, every time I could get in the car, turn the light on, shut the blind in the back.
But she's like a cam girl anyway. I don't see what she's shutting the blinds for. We
Maybe,
can see the lights.
Listen, maybe she don't think that no black guys watch her on cam.
They probably was tipping her, maybe, but who knows? There was this black dude came seen her once. When she first got there.
Yeah, but what did he take with the list though?
He went to her house, I think. I guess he was tall.
But yeah,
but he didn't see her.
You gotta be a certain black dude. You gotta be 6 feet tall, light skin with tattoos, black dude. Then they like you. But if you regular person, you ain't 6 feet tall like me, you dark like me, you ain't got tattoos like me, and you don't got this money, power, and fame, and you regular Joe like me, nah. They scared, they hiding their breasts, hiding their ass and shit.
But they don't have any ass though.
Except her. She didn't do all that. She just basically, okay, I'ma just, whenever he's outside or whenever I see his car, or hear his car, I'm gonna shut my blinds and turn my light on.
She should have her blinds
in the backyard. That's it.
She should have
But if she's so scared,
she should have her blinds shut anyway.
Well, yeah, when she's so scared, why isn't she scared enough to have this guy only park up where she's at? Why is she not scared now when he's around?
The only thing I can guess
is have him park over here. But for what? Why have him park over here though? What kind of statement is she trying to make?
But the only thing I can guess is maybe when he drove here, whatever, that was the only available spot or something, and he just thought, oh, it's a good idea to do that. But I think if you're a dude coming to see a chick, park in front of her house.
Well,
you never know the crazy
when I get in my car,
when
I get in my car, I take about maybe 30 seconds, put my seatbelt on, check my mirrors, all that stuff, and I'm out. That dude sat there for 10 minutes in his car, messing with the phone, doing something. Maybe he's talking to another chick. Maybe he's two-timing. I don't know what he's doing, but I don't take that fucking long. About 20 seconds, 30 seconds, I'm driving away. That's it. In the car, 20 seconds. Only time it takes 10 minutes is if I'm waiting for you to come in the car.
Yeah.
But I thought that's all I thought. Dude sat there for 10 fucking minutes and that chick never came in the car. He never came out.
Maybe he's one of those dudes that didn't want to leave. Like, maybe he's like, they call that, what did the TLC call that song? Was it Scrub or something? Is that what is something? Or you said they're what they call savage or something. Those dudes who like move in with chicks or something. I don't even know much about that at all, but I just think that's kind of interesting.
Well, the guys got different terms for themselves, for what they are. You got your real street niggas. One, you got your I'm a savage. You got those.
That's really weird. What do you think about, with our experiences with the neighbors we've had, with the cars and stuff, you know, upstairs and everything, and same level? What do you think about the people parking behind, you know, if somebody parked behind you when they're outside waiting for you to leave and come back and everything? What do you think about that? Because we've had people who did that at our last place, who, you know, when I get up, we're walking out the door, they're already outside. When we come back, they're outside waiting for us. Like,
I'll tell you what, if y'all want to know what I think about that, go to my video called "Is a House or an Apartment Right for You?" And that will let you know exactly how I feel on that video.
But that was funny though. They should watch it. It's so funny.
About an apartment at least. But I'm not tripping so much about this one.
But a house.
Only because he's not acting like they're not acting like the person across the street waving a gun. They got ambulance over her house, and hey, are you okay? And just look at you, and then they get all mean, and then try to sandwich you with both of their cars when they got spots. Like, it's not weird like over there where she's doing.
Yeah, and
so I'm kind of like not worried about it. But if it gets weird, or if somebody has to come over, I will knock over and say, hey, I got a handicapped person. They need to be able to park right here. Could you please move your car and park exactly where you're actually staying at? Which makes total sense.
Yeah, I think so too.
That's common sense. Why would you park right here anyway? But anyway, could you please move your stuff and park in the available spot or the person you are visiting, please? And then she'll probably be scared because, oh no, Mr. Black Man's coming to knock on my door because my Mr. Boyfriend I'm having sex with is parking in front of them, and now he's not scared to come over and talk to me. No, I'm not.
Now you're going
to have him park in front of your freaking house like he's supposed to be doing, like everybody else is doing. They park where they're the person they're visiting. They park right there.
Yeah.
Wherever they're visiting, that's where they park at that house.
Yeah.
Okay? Unless it's filled, but it's not filled. She has enough to fit 2 mommy buses, well, I call mommy buses, but they're SUVs, and enough to fit 2 SUVs right there. 2 vans. There's enough spots to fit 2 vans. And this dude is parking in between our house and our neighbor's house. That's her neighbor's house. Okay.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. But yeah, if anything was to happen, I'm not scared at all. I don't got no problem. Knock, knock, knock. Because I know what an effect I will have on this white chick. She'll just be scared.
Yeah.
And she won't want to be bothered no more. And he'll never park around her again. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, I really think that, like I was going to say, when we go over your mom's house, for example, we do end up parking in front of, like, these people's house or something. We do end up parking in front of, like, their house. But the thing is that at least we're there to see somebody, but we're parking in close proximity to the house. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we're trying to take up their driveway or something like that. You know, we actually are courteous and stuff. Like, when we park over towards his mom's house and stuff, depending on who's driving, depending on the car. But I think we both try to be courteous, though, because, like, there's some people, like, there's this guy who park in front of his house, but we're not there for days at a time. You know what I'm saying? We're there for, like, maybe 2 hours or something.
And guess what? My mom got a lot of people at her house.
Yeah.
Like 3 people park in the front and one person parks in the back.
Yeah.
But they're all on her line. They're all in the in front of the house though. There's 3 cars in front of the house, 1 car in the back. You mean to tell me that she can't figure that out? And that white chick can't figure it out? Mrs. Scared can't figure that out? Oh my God, the black guy can't figure that out?
Yeah, I think that, like, there's a such thing as being courteous, you know, to your neighbors. Like, if we go over, like, your mom's house, like I'm saying, we're there, but we're not there for days at a time. Like, she had this dude over here for this long or whatever. He's going and coming. And here's the thing. If somebody parks behind you, you know, like what happened to me, you know, if they do park there and they're there for days at a time, sometimes what happens is, and this would be the case probably with her boyfriend or whatever it is, or who knows. But if he parks right there, he thinks it's okay to keep parking there because nobody's saying nothing. And, like, maybe, and I'm not sure if this is like an intelligence thing. I don't even understand how it could be if they're an adult. But the simple thing is if I was going to be parking behind somebody's car, you know, and I'm there to see somebody, you know what I'm saying? Maybe because I come from the city and there's like black people there and they be shooting everything. Maybe that's the kind of thing where I understand, okay, I'm just going to park in front of my house. I ain't going to be messing with nobody else because you don't know who's, you don't know who's going to, they ain't going to accept no explanation. They just going to have a gun and that's it. You know what I'm saying? There's people, like me and my mom stayed in the city and stuff, and that's how people are. You know what I'm saying? And does it take that, you know what I'm saying, for you to be scared somebody's going to do something for you to think, oh, maybe I shouldn't do that. Like, I don't think he's thinking about that either, but I think, well, he may think, oh, I can park here again, this and that other. You know, he may be thinking that because, and he probably asked the girl too. You know what I'm saying? Usually, people park somewhere, they do it out of habit. They think it's okay because probably asking her. You know what I mean? Oh, is it okay if I park there? Oh, yeah, it's fine. But he's parking there for days at a time. If he's parking behind me for like an hour, 2 hours or something, or even spending the night over her house, I don't mind that. But 3 days at a time, like, or yeah, he was there for 3 days. Like, if you're there for 3 days, dude, like, just park behind her garage. Like, then you'll come back to your car, nobody's bothered. You think he's two-timing?
I wonder if she's an ex or something. Or he's two-timing somehow.
You think
ain't no guy gonna take 10 minutes on his phone to fucking get in the car and leave. And ain't no guy gonna be parking away from a chick's house that they're seeing legitimately. And no way he's seeing this chick legitimately. He cheating or something. He's two-timing or something.
What do you think about a guy cheating?
What are you so scared about parking in front of her house for?
Probably because he got a crazy ass girlfriend who probably said, if you cheat, then I'm gonna kill the bitch or whatever. That's probably what she said.
He's parking over here to try to act like.
Yeah, but he's not here to see me.
No,
and that's what I mean. You know what I mean? I don't want some crazy bitch come knocking on the door. You know what I mean? And asking me questions. I'm gonna be over here like, oh, I'm sorry, you need to go up to that house up there. He came from that house. Oh, this is when I'll be like, oh, this is when she's at home and this is her license plate. Hey, this is up to you. You know what I'm saying? Anything to get him away from me. I just think it's about safety. Like, I think that's the most important thing is safety. Like,
and to be honest, I don't remember this dude from any of the apartments. So I think hopefully we're safe on that note. I don't remember him from any of the apartments.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a such thing as stalking. So I'll tell people like my experience. I don't even think I did a video about it yet anyway, but we moved from, there's one apartment we stayed in for about 6 years, 2 months. And we had to move away from there because of some people upstairs. Apartment people wouldn't do nothing. We end up moving. The day we end up moving, guy upstairs goes crazy. He calls some guy with an unmarked car to come and park in front of the place. End up calling the police. Turns out the guy upstairs is a criminal. We told the apartment people. When we went to go take the keys back, black chicks at the office. Oh, well, why are you moving? They know I was moving. It's a whole book on this shit. You know what I'm saying? So we go move to the new apartment. We think we're safe, cool, whatever. I'm thinking, oh, okay, if I spend more money on rent, it'll be better quality people. Well, that went awry. It was just didn't work. Moving to the place, like I said, when I leave to go to work, there's this bald head chick, bald head black dude, outside, both black, outside. You know, when we came to look at the place, it was outside. I just thought, oh, maybe they just outside take smoke. Random. Turns out they're outside when we're coming and going. Every time we go outside or come back in, there they are. Okay. So I'm trying to remember what the hell the point I was trying to make about the thing. I forget what the point was.
What? I don't know.
I'm trying to think about the.
No, I'll try to throw out some memory. So that guy's out there parking in front of us.
He's not from the apartment.
You're from the apartment.
Well, he's not from the apartment because I don't remember the car. I don't remember the car. Oh, this is the point I was trying to make.
Make no mistake, that bald head chick kept getting renting different cars, trying to spy on us. So
this was what I was trying to say. I was talking about the stalking. That's what I was trying to get to. So one day, a car broke down, and we had to walk to the train. I call it a train. He calls it a tram station because it's not really a big, huge, heavy train. I'm not sure the difference. But anyway, it's like public transportation. So it's a train that takes you down to the downtown. So I work downtown, and while you're here, I walk me to the train station, okay, or tram station, okay. And we get there, walk up to the platform because trains are gonna come at some point. And we get up there. We had been doing this for maybe a week or two or whatever. We get up on the platform, and I'm walking to sit down at a bench. He's with me, and then we see this black dude there I don't really remember what the hell he looked like, but it was this black dude. And we would sit down on the bench, and this black dude walked by. I remember he looked real mean at me or something. I never seen this black dude before, ever. Not the apartments I've been in, where I live, none of that. Just looking at me real mean and stuff like that. And while you're here, he saw that too, And I was trying to figure out, why is this dude looking at me like that? Like, I don't know who the hell he is, So, train comes. I'm not sure how anyone your hero was feeling at the point. Me, I just kind of got on the train and I did what I was taught from family is that you sit closest to the person who's driving the train, so to be safe and stuff. Same thing you do like on a bus. If you don't feel safe, you sit closest to the front, so that you're safer and everything else. And you have to report something, tell the train person or the bus driver, whatever. So, sitting down in front, and I noticed the black dude, he sits like in some chairs that's like in front of me and stuff. And this dude keeps turning around, looking at me and stuff like that. And I'm like, is this dude deranged or crazy or something? I'm not even sure what the fuck, but anyway. So I take a picture of the dude. I don't have a picture anymore, but took a picture of him, and what I started doing is I started texting the people on the train, telling them, hey, something's weird. This guy followed me from this place to this place, this and other. They asked me what stops I was going through. I was kind of telling them everything. And I think this guy got off a stop before I was going to get off. I guess he decided to do that because I was on my phone, maybe got nervous, I don't know what. But he got off at a stop before I got off. I was going to get off at an earlier stop, but I was more pressed about work. And I was like, well, I really want to go to work today. I don't want to miss out on money because of some, crazy person. So I get to the stop and I reported the guy to the security people and stuff like that. They told me, oh, you have to report it to the county people because that's out there on the county is, it's their jurisdiction. Go back, go to I go to the police station, tell them, describe the guy, whatever. Turns out the police captain or whatever he says, I don't know who this guy was, but he said, well, sounds like this other guy, that was in the area. Sounds like this guy we know. Next time I went to the training station, I didn't see the guy again. I'm pretty sure what happened is they got the guy because the black dude, it turns out that he was following a white chick and he got picked up from that. He wasn't supposed to be over there, I guess. So I'm not going to say I wasn't scared doing this stalking because I actually was scared because I never seen this dude before. I wasn't sure what he was going to do or anything like that. It was a scary experience, kind of shook me up, the whole day. It's not cool, we kind of think that, and who did you think the guy, do you remember where you think the guy came from? That's what I was trying to put into words.
He was one of Chubb's goons.
Okay, so Chubbs was the dude that we said that was upstairs. Actually, it was more than one guy up there. But he was the dude that got arrested by the cops or something like that. But I'm just saying this story to kind of tell chicks out there too that, just because you move, you can still have danger. You know what I'm saying? If you're taking public transportation or a bus or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And I tell chicks to, watch out and be aware. I think when you're on a train, you can't carry a gun or anything like that. I carry a gun. If I was going on a train again, that's what I'll be doing, or a bus. I'll be doing that just in case something, happens. I think that makes the most sense because, like you told me before, if somebody's coming, if a guy's going to come at a chick or if somebody's abuser is going to come at somebody, they're not just going to be, tapping on the shoulder, hey, I'm going to come get you. You know what I'm saying? You told me that they're going to be like, force trying to, I don't know what they're like. I don't know how to describe it.
The way I showed you when that guy came in that girl's hotel.
Oh, yeah. He didn't just come in the hotel. Yeah. That was on TV where he came in with a force. He wasn't playing with her.
That was a real YouTube video.
Yeah.
Like that wasn't mainstream media.
How would you describe it? Would you say that that a person who's trying to
With tons of force that you need techniques to avoid or to deal with. And I say techniques because they're usually bigger than you and they might be stronger than you. It depending if you have no sports background or you don't work out. Okay, so you need techniques to deal with it.
okay.
That's what they won't be ready for. They won't be ready that you know how to deal with it. You need techniques. So there you go.
Okay. And I mean, I think that that's important to kind of bear in mind. I kind of tie all the stuff together because sometimes it can start with somebody who drives this certain car with a certain license plate. Sometimes it can start with that. You ain't never seen them before. Some people ignore, people parking behind them. They don't notice. They just, on their phone. They don't really know. I think it's just really helpful to know who's who. I think we just came from the apartment with that kind of mentality of who's who, because how can you identify somebody if you don't know the car? You can't. All you can say is oh, this person was this tall, this complexion. But there might be a lot of people like that. That's why I would say for girls or guys, because I know guys can get attached from people too. It's not just, it can happen to anybody, where somebody's trying something. And that's what I heard about. I heard about criminals too, that what they do is like they have, patterns and they do stuff. Like they'll see if somebody's watching and stuff like that before they try to do something. And that's why I'm telling people, keep an eye out. I don't care if somebody looks innocent. You never know, could be a ruse. I mean, personally, I would feel that you want to look out and see who people are and be aware of them because, when I was staying with my mom, the house was broken into, so I got this hyper sense, like, you be looking around, you get what I'm saying? Like everything, because if you're not, if somebody does something to you, you can't say anything.
What did your brother say about? Did he say that that's what they was doing to him, parking around him?
My brother
deciding to do something.
My brother had the experience where he said that he noticed this guy kind of hanging around, parked in a certain car. And my brother didn't really think anything of it. He was kind of thinking, this guy, I've been seeing him, But turns out what happened is my brother was going for a walk. And then he came in contact with the guy, not really thinking nothing of it. And then the guy robbed him, pointed a gun at him and stuff like that, and robbed him for stuff. And I feel like, my brother really has internalized it because now my brother carries a gun. Because in case it happens again, because you get PTSD from that. You do get it from that kind of stuff. Things happening, like when my mom's house was broken into. I'm so glad that my mom nothing happened to her, because I'm like, that's why I think people need to carry guns. Just like, I think more than anything, you carry a gun, you trained on it. Can't nobody, they can't do nothing. Of course, the mentality, if you carry a gun, because I was in the training class, is if you carry a gun, you have to be prepared to kill somebody. You have to be prepared to shoot them. Dead. Empty the magazine. That's what I mean. Empty the magazine. Not, I'm just going to get it out. No, they say, if you take the gun out, you have to shoot the person. That's the thing. So that's kind of a trippy thing that people have to be prepared for. If you carry a gun, that's what you have to do. You can't just get it out and put it back in your, holster. You can't do that. You have to be prepared to kill the person. That's why somebody comes to your house. And it's so complicated, like with stories, where people will get in trouble and stuff like that if they shoot somebody come to their house. Like, for some states, somebody has to be a certain amount of feet in your house or something before you can do something, and that sucks. But they have to be in the house.
That's true. That was on that was actually on the news.
What happened?
The woman who was holding her baby, she said there's a guy or somebody was coming to kill her baby. He was coming to kill her baby. She said, but can she shoot him now? She had I think she had a rifle. And they was like, no, you can't shoot him. She's like, well, when can I shoot him? Because he's right here and he's trying to get in. They said, well, you can't do anything until he actually gets in. And then she's like, well, that's going to be too close. Well, she was still on the phone with the police. There was a woman.
Yeah.
And she was a woman. and she was holding her baby, and she said, "Okay, well, she said, well, he's in." Pow, and they heard the gunshot. The cops heard the gunshots. Everything. It all happened. It was all recorded. And then they said, "Okay, well, is he? You know?" She's like, "Well, he's on the floor."
Yeah.
And then I guess the cops came to pick him up, pick the body up, I guess. And that's it.
Do you think
They literally was telling her,
you,
"Dude, you can't do anything until he actually enters your house."
Yeah, I think it really depends on there's different rules and stuff like that, depending on the state of what you can do. Because some states you can't even have a gun. Some states.
She was like, "Well, what about the no trespassing sign?" It's like, nope, that's not legal.
It's not?
That's not what they said.
Are you serious?
The no trespassing sign ain't even legal. That's not even legal. It's not legal.
It's not.
They gotta enter your house, and then you can do something. So,
I'm gonna check on this for our state, because somebody come in here, I'm gonna
even
like,
if you have a baby to protect, even if you're a single mom like she was, that's
that,
and she wasn't black. Those wasn't black rules. She was a white chick and young.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's some scary
Yeah.
shit.
So that wasn't even that was rules for a white girl who's young and who looks like a chick. She don't even look like a dude. She looked like a chick, everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess it's something. I mean, I've said for people, if you're gonna get,
So I don't know what the rules would be for black people. I don't even know.
Well, we know what the rules. We know what
us.
the rules are over here. We know what they are over here. She's waving a gun around and shoot somebody. We know what the rules are. You can go outside, wave it around, everything. Then to shoot somebody, you can do that.
Yes.
That's what she can do. I mean, she did it. I just think that, like, the stalking thing is real. It really is real. It's not fake. If you're in an apartment, you can't really do much about it. That's what we've learned. You can't do nothing about somebody stalking you. You can't really do that because they live in an apartment. It's a public space, a hallway. So you can't do anything. And if they're tap dancing over your head on the ceiling, you can't, there's nothing you can do. You just have to go along with it. Police might say, "Oh, well, the person can bother you, and even if you're straight, if they're gay, they can do this, that, whatever,
Yep.
So it sucks. I think a house is a bit better because you have people spaced away from you. And at least if somebody's going to try to bother you, they literally have to come, next to your house to do something. They literally would, but it's true, like I make the video just to say, well, it needs to be talked about. A lot of people aren't really talking about it. And I'm going to tell you this. Sometimes, I read this article before we moved here, but there was this black lady. She said that she lived in this apartment. She said that she was going to get another place. And she said that I guess somehow or another, she moved to the other place because she had some like loud neighbors and stuff. So she wanted to move somewhere else. And what happened is when her landlord had to talk to the new landlord about a reference, supposedly, before, like, she got the movement before that, right? But of course she noticed that first it was quiet. Of course, after her old landlord talked to the new landlord, then all of a sudden she was having, neighbors upstairs was loud, everything, carrying on and shit. And I'm just like, how did the old neighbors, how the new neighbors doing what the old neighbors are doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it, And I hope there is a project that I'm gonna work on to prevent that. So that, like, going forward, I got a little project I'm gonna work on.
You think that's him that just came back?
I don't know. I'm not really sure.
I'll check.
I'll check and see, but sounds like the girl though. Sounds like the girl across the street. Sounds like her. Sounds like her. She see.
Well, I don't see him.
And I'm telling people this. It's not that I'm saying the white guy that parked behind me, he's some type of threat or anything. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that if he's coming to visit somebody, park next to that person's house. I can see if they having a party, but you know, be nice. Like it's the same thing, and it's really the same thing. Like when we go to his mom's house, or if I go to my dad's apartment or something like that, or anybody that I know. If I'm going to see them, I'm gonna park next to their house. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be blocking somebody's driveway or anything like that, because you never know what kind of day that person had that has that house. They may have had a bad day at work and got fired, and they say fuck it and they get the gun out, and not that they're gonna hurt themselves, but they may say the next person who parks there, I'm alone in this person. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why they got those crime shows for people that do it, that exact thing.
Oh yeah, crime shows are kind of compelling. Scary though, I think it's really scary. But I just say I do want to see people's comments about what do you think about if you have a house. What do you think about somebody parking behind your car? You don't know the car. I mean, what do you think about that? Do you think that somebody should be able to, that you're visiting? Like, let's say, do you think if you go to somebody's house, do you think that, you can park in front of somebody else's house and be there for days at a time? Or do you think that there should be a limit? Do you think somebody's visiting somebody, they're there for an hour, 30 minutes, 2 hours? That's cool. I'm curious about what people think about it, because I know I have a straight view of what it is, but other people may have another, idea. So that's what I think. I'm just weary of people at this point. I don't trust the people at this point. Like, I don't even trust them. Like, we had a plan before we got here. We ain't gonna talk to neighbors, nothing. No, I think it was the other apartment or something. But then again, it was kind of creepy anyway. I mean, we went through some experiences. The guys down the hall from the Middle East having like 30 people or 50 people in their place and stuff, in their apartment, knocking on the wall, neighbors upstairs stomping and stuff like that.
That was ridiculous, because I couldn't even take out the trash. Like, their their shoes filled the whole hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and as soon as you open the door, you get half of the hallway, and they got all these 30, 50 something pairs of shoes.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to like kick all their shoes out of the way just to go take the trash out. But then when you do go take the trash out, there's all them damn cars,
oh, they had vans,
SUVs that they got that's parked in a circle, like surrounding the damn garbage can outside. And it's like it's like you don't want to be around their car looking suspicious, throwing away some trash, being around their car.
Oh, yeah.
But they surrounding the damn dumpster outside that everybody has to share to throw all their trash out. It's like,
oh, yeah.
What are you doing?
It was something about that too that I was trying to remember about them parking in around the thing. I just thought it was weird. I was wondering how the hell they fit like 50 to 100 people in there. Like, I was kind of confused about how they did that, because like we have the same type of apartment they have.
Yeah, one bedroom.
So where the hell are they?
And it's not one of those one bedroom that's like 1,000 square feet. No, we're talking 465 square feet.
Yeah.
Or 480 square feet, something like that.
Yeah, good luck. Our kitchen was tiny. Good luck. It wasn't even that big at all. I mean, it was historic, but like, it's just really suspicious. Oh, this is what I was gonna say. My mom was talking somehow. So Anwar Your Hero, at one point, he just had it. He just had it with the guys and stuff, and like 50 or 100 dudes. It's like usually like 30 or maybe 50 or something, but with the shoes, like these guys, like the guy down the hall, he always had all these dudes come over, okay? Like not 5, but like 50 or whatever, okay? So Anwar Your Hero, one day he had it because, it's one little detail. Every time the guy down the hall, he's like Middle East or Middle Eastern descent or something. Every time he has guys come over. Every time. And this is at a certain time. I think it's like 12 or 1 or something.
12, 1, 2, 3 a.m. and 4 a.m.
Yeah. So when he has these guys come over, they're always moving furniture. It's like they're continuously moving furniture and knocking it against the wall and stuff like that. And I'm like, what are they doing? Like
making room.
Room for who?
All them people. all them guys. There was not one girl. There's not
Yeah.
one woman. So 30, 50 dudes deep, they got to make room.
That's weird. But I never heard them talking. Did you hear them talking at one point?
Yeah, I do.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get to the part before you say anything. So NYU Hero, we was fed up because we was trying to go to sleep, get up so we go to work, right? So NYU Hero goes down the hall, knocks on the door.
And when I knocked, the door just opened because it was already cracked open for some reason.
What happened?
I guess there with 50 dudes deep in an apartment.
What
They leave
happened?
the door open, I guess.
But what happened when you knocked on the
They
door?
all was looking at me, and they just kept saying the same things that they were saying to each other all the time. It was, there was Assalamu alaikum. They kept saying that. They just kept saying that to each other. They said Assalamu alaikum, Assalamu alaikum, and they said that, and they kept saying Allah Akbar, Assalamu alaikum, Allah Akbar, Assalamu alaikum. That's all they were saying. They never say hi. They don't say hi.
They didn't speak English though.
No, that's all
They
they
didn't
kept
speak
saying.
English. So when you came down there, did you yell at them like, "Hey, you have to keep it down," right? I'm thinking you probably said something like that, right? We gotta go to work, whatever.
They said another one. They said something else too. They kept saying it was like another one. I can't remember what it was.
But when you confronted,
Another saying that they kept saying to each other like over and over. That's all they kept saying.
so when you knocked on the door and the door cracked open and they saw you and you was complaining at them,
Yeah, they just
did they
looked at
speak
me.
English?
Nope. They just looked at me. There was just 30 dudes just looking.
What the hell were the other 20 dudes? I'll get some food, I guess.
Yeah, because I heard the kitchen because clanging dishes is back there. So yeah.
I don't know. That was kind of the weirdest experience with all the shoes. I had to walk past the shoes too. I hated doing that, moving them over. Of course, I was scared to move them over because, these dudes from the Middle East.
And then they took
the
the chunky girl. They took the chunky Asian lady's
medicine.
medicine.
Yeah, because it was outside and stuff. I didn't know whose medicine it was, but they took her medicine or something.
That's and that medicine's gone. You're not gonna catch any one of them dudes like pinpoint who has it. You're not gonna.
But why would they take her medicine though? It's like maybe it was the type of medicine or something she had or said it.
I don't know. Medicine for the gas station, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. I heard a lot of stuff that be getting me outdated in the gas stations that they be owning. So maybe it's not outdated. Finally, they get medicine that's not outdated, but they gotta steal the shit. Bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then when we lived there, I don't know if the guy was there yet. I don't think they was there yet. But whatever happened, so NYU Hero ordered a wait set, and he ordered it, and it never came. He never got it.
Nope.
Do you know what do you think happened to it?
Yeah, there was a person in there that was in there stealing all the time, and he even stole maintenance people that was working rebuilding the hallways in the apartment complex. And it's, oh my God, somebody stole our stuff. Yeah, the same dude that kept talking to y'all is the dude who stole y'all stuff.
Oh yeah, the girl and the guy who was painting.
Yeah, the same dude that kept taking pictures of that girl's booty and all that. That's the same dude that's legitimately crazy. Legitimate.
Yeah.
I'm talking got caseworkers. I'm talking about goes in the basement, starts yelling and nothing. I'm talking about caseworker comes and it seems like she's a caseworker, and then his dad comes over and says, "How was it?" And then his dad leaves and he starts yelling, "Vagina so good, vagina so good, vagina so yeah." Legitimate. The police came over talking about why you pointing knives at people, and he was like, "Well, because this person won't leave me alone." He's like, "Well, you can't be pointing knives at people like you're gonna cut them." He's like, "Do you know that?" And then he was like, "Oh, I know now. I know that now." And then they was like, "Okay, well, we'll leave you alone." And they left. Another time came over to dude's house, knocked on his house. He wasn't there, and they said, "Hey, if you don't open the door, we're gonna come in. We're coming in anyway."
Oh yeah, I remember that.
50 dudes locked. Went in this apartment. He wasn't there.
They tried to save him because he was messing with that. He was trying to bother that mixed chick. That's all I think.
And then this chick was an Assalamu alaikum person.
Yes, she was. You
Yeah.
didn't even know.
I know.
I seen the ladies
wrong,
come. I seen the ladies come or whatever.
She was
That was
doing
her and her family and stuff, but she didn't.
Yeah.
She wasn't covered up.
Yeah.
She was having. You remember she was having dudes over and stuff upstairs. She was having dudes over and stuff. Not over us, but like across or something like that. She was having dudes coming in and stuff like
She
that.
looked like a mixed chick. But her family was not like that. Her family was more like was just like them dudes, just like them 30, 50 something dudes, or Arab dudes.
Yeah,
Her
but
family was like that.
yeah, I see the ladies come over
But
though.
she looked like a mixed chick, black and
White.
white. She looked like a mixed chick to me, but hey.
Yeah. Well, we've gotten off topic, but I think that I'm done. I'm done with the
It's all
video.
done. I'll see y'all later. Thank you for
See-
watching.
Hey.
Hey, why is my mouse like this?
Oh, I'm sorry, honey. It's the sound.
You can't press the